All right, so I am about 6 days away from concluding my university life. A life that I thought was going to be a huge segment, and it turned out to be extremely short. And I thought I'm having these ideas of maybe how I could have done better, honestly, because I don't feel like I've lived the university life in a very fulfilling way. I want you to imagine, for those who have not stepped into an Indian university yet, for those who are just done with writing their board exams, what do you imagine university life to be like? How does it feel? What kind of things do you imagine you're going to do? What kind of people are you imagining that you're going to meet? Now take that and scrub it all off for a bit. And so here I am as this average student, as someone who has gone through the university life, and I'm 6 days away. I'm not yet placed. I don't feel like I've lived my time sufficiently well. And to those who say never regret, I do regret. I do regret, and regret is a poison that you will not want to have, that I don't want you to have. So I'm going to express the things that I've come to regret and what you can do to avoid them. First, the university is the real world. There is a general notion that life is easy, before you start going out into the real world. It is easy, and it's funny for me to say because I've stayed up with my friends till 2, 3 a.m. doing infographics, reports, projects, presentations that nobody pays attention to. Nobody pays attention to any of these things. Not in class. I don't think any of that is happening. So it is hard in that aspect, but it is easy. It's easy to the point that when you fail to do these things, it's not like you're going to starve today, are you? There's no skin in the game. I wish I saw it as a place where I can start with my life, where everything that I do will be important for the rest of my life because it is a practice that counts. It is a practice that makes things really formidable. So please forget about the notion that, hey, listen, these 3 years are gonna be like a blissful year, I have no consequences whatsoever. They genuinely do. What you practice in these 3 years, it's gonna take like 6 years to remove. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, it is the real world. You're entering into the real world. It is often in these Indian universities, I guess, bureaucratic, authoritarian. They don't see you as individuals. You have to humanize yourself. You have to learn that. Second, do not hide from your life. I genuinely believe university is a place where the temptation to hide yourself from your own life is just too inciting. The humdrum of conversation that happens during a lecture, the beautiful naps you take, the slow walk back home after university, the sinking into the ambiance of just irrelevant events that they are fun. I don't want to take that away from you, but I'm just saying these events, you just sink into them. Not to mention how tired we all feel. You go up, you get to class, and I swear to God, from 9 to 4, all you're gonna feel is tired. You're just gonna feel tired. Your life is not your group's life, neither is it your friend's life. It's your life. At the end of the day, when this gets done, people are going to look at you as an individual. You're going to be the one that sort of presents for yourself. Where are you living right now, psychologically? Have you thought through enough to know what engages you with this world? Have you thought through enough what actually makes you happy? Have you cultivated a sense of, hey, these are my hobbies, these are the things I'm interested in? Because, well, if you don't, that's gonna get taken away from you. There's plenty of distractions. Man, hot girls, hot boys, this and that, group events, you're just gonna forget yourself. So I'm just saying, don't hide from your life. Remember that there's a life right after this. And if you neglect that, you're gonna come out of this seemingly more empty. So consider this an incubatory period. Dip your toes in all the things that happen, swim in it, but make sure you get up and dry yourself, because there is a life to live after this that you must take care of. Third, your older self needs you. Imagine there's a you of today. Then imagine there's a you of tomorrow. Then there's a you of next week, next year, so on and so on. And there's a lot of you. There's a you in a year. Imagine yourself as individuals across time. Your future you needs you right now. Your future you is really dependent for you to show up the things that really are the important questions. What am I interested in? What am I going to do after this? What industry would I like to pursue? What kind of friends I might like to have? What kind of experiences would I like to have experienced by the end of all of this? These are things that the future you depends on. Do not avoid thinking about those things as university's ending. It will be unfair for the you in the future to immediately condense this huge world too immediately, all at once. It's going to be difficult, and that challenge is an impossible, or I mean, it is possible, but it's a very difficult challenge to partake in. So build your resume, listen to that lecture, make that friend, those friends in class, make that connection, participate, start your life somewhere, because you have time, but not as much as you think you do. Fourth, branch out. Do not stay in the same circle and be part of a single unit, especially for those who do not feel like they belong, that they're misfits within this group. You might feel like, your group does not exactly reflect your interests. You're just there because you have no option. And then you ask, how do I branch out? How do I make this network? Well, simple, but also very difficult. You need to figure out what you like. Do the activities that present themselves as opportunities in a university for you. Well, I come from Christ University. These activities are plenty, but I didn't take part in any of them. I don't know why. I was just tired. I wish I didn't, and I couldn't meet as many people as I might have liked to meet. Look at the people in your class, the ones that you might will probably or have ignored for 3 years. Have you made a connection? Ask a question. Ask another question. Start a relationship somewhere. Make something. Collaborate, converse, cover every aspect, every facet of yourself with different groups of people that are interested in the same thing. This is how you truly network. I'm just giving you the pro tip here as someone who has seen people do it and have not done it myself. Guilty, but I hope you do it. You will be thrown into a world where people come to your way, but not necessarily the ones that you choose. So follow your spirit. So you choose to look at these things, and I hope you choose to look at these things as genuine advice, real life, live through experience of things that you must be extremely mindful about. Because university life, these 4 years, 3 years, blink of an eye. There is a saying, the days are long, but the decade is short. And I'm telling you, there's no truer thing than that. So enjoy, do well, and remember these things. Bye-bye.